So this Diddy case has just been ridiculous to try to keep up with. Like honestly, it's just whiplash every day when it comes to a new update on the Diddy trial. And there's just so much bullshit associated with the trial too, just around the trial that I just don't understand. But I thought I would just go over, I guess, some of the highlights so far in this case and what's been brought up so far. So the first day, the prosecution came at it pretty much with a bang, and they play the video I think everybody has seen at this point of just Cassie getting beat in front of the elevator in a hotel. Um, the prosecution basically alleged that she was being forced into these freak offs by Diddy, and she didn't want to be there. And I mean the defense's response was pretty trash in my opinion. They pretty much said that, oh, this was all financially motivated and she wanted to be there. This was consensual. She was just enjoying her time there. I mean, the arguments, they weren't that great on the first day, but you could kind of see like the angle they're going at this when it comes to this trial, right? So Cassie then pretty much starts her testimony on the second day. She details all the abuse, all the years of abuse that she went through, and by the second day, she was alleging that, yeah, Diddy essentially R-word her. I don't know how else to say it on YouTube, but she basically alleged that, and she alleged that Diddy was blackmailing her with these videos of these freak offs. So yeah, it put a lot of holes in this argument that this was somehow this force, um this consensual thing, I mean, where she wanted to be there. It really poked a lot of holes into what Diddy was saying. Cassie's testimony, in my opinion, was pretty strong when it comes to what she was alleging and all the evidence that she was giving during the first 2 days of the trial. So on day four, we start seeing some text messages from Diddy's defense, and you know, I can't even lie. This was probably the strongest day when it comes to Diddy's defense team. The text messages they showed really do suggest that it was a consensual relationship on that day, on day four. Um, and it starts to build a story that this was consensual and she wanted to be there. During that time, I mean, Cassie was denying it. She said that this wasn't consensual, and she maintained that during that day. So in on day five, we have Don Richards testify. You might be asking, who the fuck is Don Richards? Well, she was a part of a pretty big band called Danity Kane. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know any of their music, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, like I know, I'm such a big fan. But she testified that yes, she literally saw Diddy abuse Cassie all the time over small shit. So then you had Homeland Security come in, and they just start talking about all the shit that was making the headlines before. The thousands of bottles of baby oil, the Johnson baby oil, like the lubricant, the fucking sex toys just everywhere. Like this, I don't know how the hotel staff are just not complacent in this. Like, did they not see this guy bringing in suitcases of this shit? Like, it's insane. Then you had Homeland Security come in, talking, showing the jury mood lighting. Like, mood lighting, like I didn't even know what mood lighting was. Like, I'm like, what am I doing wrong in my own life? Like, mood lighting. And it's exactly what it is. It's fucking RGB. Like, this guy was literally down to those details. He was thinking about, like, he would have lost his fucking mind if he bought a gaming PC. Like, he wouldn't have known what to do. So day six, we get more testimony from Don Richards. I mean, we get a new character, right? We get a new character, Carrie Morgan. So you might be asking, who's Carrie Morgan? Well, this was Cassie's best friend for 17 years, and honestly, she's the one. She witnessed a ton of abuse that happened between Diddy and Cassie, and their friendship came to just a really pathetic end, in my opinion. Like, I don't even know how I could even defend Cassie on this one. Like, I'm siding with her so far in this trial, but I mean, this was just an L friend. So I'll give you guys just a quick summary of it. I mean, Carrie pretty much is hanging out at Cassie's apartment. Diddy comes by, chokes her out, hits her over the head with a wooden hanger, and Cassie's witnessing all of this, by the way. And later on, just Cassie meets up with her at a pizza place, offers her $30,000 in a non-disclosure agreement, and tells her, don't talk about this. and and Carrie described it as betrayal. And like, honestly, I agree with her. Like, that is an L friend. Like, that is a terrible thing to do to somebody you've known for 17 years, regardless of the situation. I mean, like, how are you the one that's gonna tell her, don't talk about this? I mean, what a ridiculous day of the trial that was. And I'm sure the juries are thinking, what the fuck? Like, what is going on, right? That story definitely did confuse me. At that point. So then we get to day 8 and 9, and this is where again a new character unlocked. We have Diddy finding out about a relationship between Cassie and Kid Cudi, and it's predictable. I mean, like, Diddy loses his mind again. He loses his mind again. He threatens to kill Cassie. He threatens to kill Kid Cudi. He breaks into his house. Um, locks his dog, Kid Cudi's dog, into the bathroom, which is, I guess, his way of trying to protect himself from the dog biting him. And it leads to this crazy just incident in 2012 where, I don't know if Diddy was like practicing his lineups on Counter-Strike, or he was like a former professional, but he Molotovs Kid Cudi's car. He's like the bomb is about to defuse. I don't know where this comes from. It's an insane pattern of behavior, and he's doing this and like he's just not getting, I don't know how he's not getting in trouble for any of this between 2012 and now, but this came up. It's very weird to me. Like, I feel like if I Molotov the car, I would be in jail right now. Like, I just a funny feeling if I were to go outside and do that, it wouldn't end well. Then after we get this weird reaction, like, I kind of want to talk outside this trial a bit for a moment. Like, you get this weird reaction on social media about Kid Cudi testifying. People like Young Thug calling him a snitch. Like, what a ridiculous claim. Like, what a stupid, like, Young Thug is just proving how stupid he is, like, every day. Like, a snitch. He was subpoenaed. He was forced to go to trial for this. Diddy and Kid Cudi are not criminally partners. Snitching is like you're doing a crime with somebody, and like you're blaming them. You're snitching on them. You're doing something like that along those lines. They were not in some criminal partnership. Kid Cudi was with Cassie, and Diddy just lost his mind. That's all that happened. And to call him a snitch, like, after getting subpoenaed, after not being in any type of criminal organization with them, and they're not doing crimes together, they're not robbing banks together, like, it's a very odd angle to approach that. And what happened to being a gangster as like leaving your kids, leaving the wife out of it, leaving the women and the kids out of it? What happened to that part? Like, is that not a part of the role, the rules, the street code? Like, it doesn't make sense. And Kid Cudi's never come off to me as like some type of gangster rapper. He's never portrayed himself as being a gangster. So, like, this whole snitching thing is very brain dead. Like, it doesn't make sense that that's like the argument against Kid Cudi testifying is, oh, he's snitching. So stupid, so stupid. So from day 10 to day 12, we've pretty much had the same couple people who have been testifying. We have Deontay Nash, who is Diddy's and Cassie's former stylist, testifying that, hey, like, he witnessed all of this. He witnessed the verbal abuse. He witnessed the blackmailing of Cassie. He was getting threats himself. You then had Mia, MIA, is her pseudonym. Her identity is hidden, but she was testifying that she was getting, I don't know how to phrase it on YouTube, but essayed by Diddy multiple times. So you have such a pattern of abuse that's going on. I'm gonna try to say this like very unbiasedly, but the defense has been doing a pretty decent job breaking down some of these arguments. Do I think Diddy is guilty? I'm not gonna like speculate on it as yet. Like, I'm gonna wait until and see how this ends. But I do think that he, most likely, it seems that he will get off on some of these charges. I do see that happening. I do see that being the case so far. But we'll see, right? We'll see in a couple weeks how this ends. I mean, I just want to end the video off by summarizing just some of the disgusting behavior outside the courtroom. I mean, I talked about already the snitching allegations. I mean, we have celebrities, right, being reported today that are lawyering up against, having to go and testify. They don't want their name associated with this trial. I mean, like these people are disgusting. Like them just like allowing, if they know something and they're just letting it happen, it's just disgusting behavior. Like, what is the point? What is the point? Like, what is gonna happen if you come out and you go to this trial and you testify? Your career is gonna end. It's very odd. Like, I think your career is more in jeopardy if you if anyone finds out that you didn't testify and you're lawyered up and you're stopping every single subpoena that came your way to go to court. I think that's going to work against you. I think a lot of these celebrities are guilty, of these things. There's a weird culture that happens underneath a lot of these parties, and I think a lot of people know a lot more than what they're saying. So, I mean, it is what it is, right?